money. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go!
What you do in life echoes in eternity.
You are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you.
It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you.
Where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
If that doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. Keep going with massive action.
You are listening to Thought Food.
Hey, it's your girl Becky Kisoon. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This is your daily source for personal and spiritual development. These messages are from Daily Meditation. You can find them uploaded here Monday through Friday by 6 a.m. EST. Once upon a time, a greedy rich man hired a great mathematician. The rich man wanted the mathematician to find the best way for him to make the greatest profit in everything he did. The rich man was building a huge safe, and his greatest dreams was to fill it with gold and jewels. The mathematician was shut away for months in his study before finally believing he had found the solution. But he soon found there were some errors in his calculations, and he started all over again. One night, he appeared at the rich man's house with a big smile on his face. "I found it," he said. "My calculations are perfect." The rich man was going on a long journey the next day and didn't have time to listen. He promised the mathematician he would pay him double wages if he would take charge of the business while he was away and put the new formulas into practice. Excited by his new discovery, the mathematician was delighted to accept. When the rich man returned months later, he found that all of his possessions had gone. Furious, he went to ask for an explanation from the mathematician. The mathematician calmly told him what he had done. He had given everything away to people. The rich man couldn't believe it, but the mathematician explained it further. "For months, I analyzed how a rich man could gain the maximum benefit, but what I could do was always limited. There's a limit to how much one man can do by himself. Then I understood the key was that many people could help us to achieve the aim. So the conclusion was that helping others was the best way to get more and more people to benefit us." Disappointed and furious, the greedy man stormed off, desperate at having lost everything to the schemes of a madman. However, while he was walking away, several neighbors ran over, worried about him. All of them had been helped when the mathematician shared out the rich man's fortune. And they felt so grateful to him that they offered him the hospitality of their houses and anything such a special man might need. The neighbors even argued over who would get to help him. Over the next few days, he saw the full results of what the mathematician had calculated. Wherever he went, he was received with great honor, and everyone was willing to help him in whatever way they could. He realized that his not having anything had given him much, much more. In this way, he managed to quickly set up flourishing businesses, but this time he followed the brilliant mathematician's advice. No longer did he keep his riches in a safe or anything like it. Instead, he shared out his fortune among 100 friends whose hearts had converted into the safest, most grateful, and fruitful of safes. This episode is entitled, "What You Do for the World Stays." Although that story was a bit drastic and he gave away all of his money, a valid point remains that we always need to remember. What we do for ourselves dies with us, but what we do for others in the world remains and is immortal. Thomas Fuller said, "Charity begins at home, but should not end there." Many of us witness a need in our communities that we want to fill, that we would like to support, build on, or change, but we don't know where to start. For those of you that's always wanted to make a difference in a unique way, but you don't know where you can help, creating a community project is a great way to volunteer your time and energy and give back to your community in your own unique way. A community project can be anything that you want it to be. You can help an elderly neighbor with their yard work, or organize a food drive for a local family in need, raise awareness about famine, disease, or homelessness, and even promote art, sport, or education. It doesn't matter how big or small your project idea is. What matters is that you can create your own opportunities and serve your community. But have simple steps to take to get started on your initiative today. I know that we've all had these ideas for a while of what we want to do to give back, but it doesn't really take that much to start planning it. Number 1, choose what your project will be. Make a list of the issues that are important to you and then pick one from that list. You can think about the things that you're passionate about, using your gifts or talents to help other people. You can think about things that hurt your heart, that you are passionate about, that you want to fix, that you want to help change and create a movement for changing. Think about your skills and how you will use them to accomplish this project. Number 2, develop your vision and mission. So your vision is your destination. It should include a description of what you want to create. And the mission is a description of purpose and intent. It is clear and concise. It is an expression of the basic purpose of the organization, what it does, for whom, and what is the basic service. Missions should be complemented with specific, measurable, achievable, and challenging goals. Along with a vision and a mission, also make sure you develop a set of values that will lead your organization. 3, ask yourself what you want to accomplish. Is this a fundraiser, an item drive, an art gallery, a talent show, a spelling bee, a 5K race, a food drive? Think about your skills and how you will use them to accomplish your project. You may have heard this story before already, but when I was younger, my father would go to the Costco along with some of his friends, purchase groceries for a couple $100s at first, and we would make sandwiches. At first, we made fresh, hot food, and we would put them in boxes, and we would just drive to DC and look for the people who could not get into the shelters, and we would walk up to them and hand them these hot plates of food, and sometimes we would hand them sandwiches along with a drink and a snack. So think about your skills or what hurts your heart and what areas you want to fix in the world. 4, write a plan. Of course, you can get started without writing a plan, and I encourage you to, because it doesn't have to be completely planned out to start. But you need to work out the details so you can better help and be more organized for yourself. When is the best time of the year for the project? Where is it going to be held? Do you need any money to get started? Pick a date and time. 5, you may want to choose a name for your initiative. Your name can describe the function of your project. It could be named in memory of someone. Number 6 is also not needed to get started. My father was feeding the homeless for 5 years on most Mondays of every week. He never had a name for his project or a website. Start your website. You can announce your inspiration, your intentions, let other people know what you're doing. It can be a way where you can clearly put your vision, your mission, and your values for everyone to see. You can ask for donations on your website. You can post pictures from your last project initiative on the website. You can seek contacts on the website. People can also contact you to get more information from you. 7, be organized and just get started. 8, complete the project and make sure that you say thank you to everyone that helped out. After you do your first project, reflect on the experience and learn. You will learn things like what needed to be better, what you could improve upon, what needs to happen next time. Just correct it for the next time. What matters the most is not how efficient everything is, but it's the fact that you finally got started. You don't have to be perfect at first. Some extra bonuses for fundraising. Once your plans are complete, you should make contact with grant-making organizations that are focused on areas that include your mission. Make a list of all of these organizations and make a significant number of calls to schedule meetings and do your presentations. Look up websites that teach you techniques on fundraising and develop significant activity on social media sites. Establish an advisory board. Initially, this could be a handful of people that have nonprofit experience who can help you launch. Key things to research before you get started is your budgeting, your operations. If you want this project to grow significantly, I always advise meeting with a local business coach or mentor in your local county government that can help you. They know all the laws and regulations, can help you maneuver through their experience working with other clients. If you want to be able to help the maximum number of people consistently on a regular basis, you have to engineer your efforts for longevity. That means expanding at a rate that is supported by your fundraising, taking your time. Every project started somewhere, but they are where they are through discipline. Survival is key and it requires a lot of patience. Remember, have a passion for what you're doing. There will be times where you will question why you even started this, but your why will carry you through. Expect to invest significant amounts of time, passion, and maybe even money. Remember what Albert Pike said, "What we do for ourselves dies with us, but what we do for others in the world remains and is immortal." Until tomorrow, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, please subscribe, rate, review. Remember, guys, I made this podcast for you. So please share this podcast with whoever you think that this might inspire or impact on a regular basis. I love you so much. Thanks. Until next time. Peace.